reporting on the games you love by people who love to game. The MMO Reporter Network.
You're listening to LOTRO Reporter on the MMO Reporter Network. Brought to you by Doghouse Systems. Choose your weapons with Doghouse Systems. Audible, find your next great read at audibletrial.com/MMOReporter. And GoDaddy, put your website to work while you play. Welcome to LOTRO Reporter episode 262. I have really weird noise coming through my sounds now.
It's not me.
Okay,
I promise.
It's gone. Okay. now I hear an echo again. But since I'm not recording, I don't
promise,
have to worry about the echo.
promise. It's not me. I did that on purpose. I'm sorry.
Okay.
I'm kind of a jerk that way.
I see. Completely freaked me out is what you do.
That's what I do. Yep, that's what I'm good at.
All right. Well, welcome to LOTRO Reporter episode 263. I'm your host, Cari. That other voice that you hear is Chris.
Hi.
And he is a little distracted this evening because while we are recording, he is going to try to get his Beorning the Undying title at level 20. We're hoping this will help kill it, right?
We're hoping he lives.
Okay.
Hey, I was thinking you were
extra challenge, right?
Right. I was thinking you were being all supportive. I'm like, oh, that's nice. Wait, hold on.
No. We thought we thought this would be something different to try, and it's kind of cool to watch. You never do get in bear form much, do you?
I don't, because especially when I'm going for Undying, because I'm trying for not death, and I don't have a heal in bear form. I do have a heal in human form. So I tend to save up unless I get stuck like that, and I have two, and they're level 23, and I'm level 18, and I don't want to die right at the beginning. Come on. No. That would not be good, but that's okay, because Beorning's OP.
Yeah.
I'm not going to die.
Oh, and it's just a little one. You'll be fine.
I'm not going to die. I'm fine.
Yeah.
It's really hard for me not to just run into everything, because I know that the minute that I start to do that, I'm going to die. Like the first one where I'm like, woo, Leroy Jenkins, and I run into something, I'm going to die on everything.
Yeah, I have been known to do that every once in a while.
And I do that on every other character. I don't have Undying on any other character. Not a single one. And
I have Undying on one or two.
Yeah.
Yeah, but they're like Cappies and stuff. They're not like minis or Rune Keepers or anything.
Somebody was saying in the chat room that they did it on their mini, but I'm not going to say that's cheating, but come on, that's easy mode, right? Isn't it? Because minis just self-heals.
Well, minis have self-heals, except that they took our heal over time away from us.
Oh.
Except in a certain stance, and we're really, really squishy. So there are some areas that you get, if you get 2 or 3 on us, forget it, we're done.
Well, there you go. Well, so far I'm doing fine, because I'm popping along here, level 18, running through the Lone Lands. I always thought Lone Lands started at the high teens, but it really starts at level 20, doesn't it?
Yes, it does. It starts at level 20. And they tell you can go to the North Downs and start at level... North Downs? Yeah. And start at level 20, but you really can't. You can do 3 or 4 quests and suddenly it's 25.
I remember the first time that we did it, we were back and forth so much between Lone Lands and North Downs, because that's just the way that the leveling worked. And this was pre-leveling ease. And I don't remember. You weren't there from launch, right? You came a few years later.
Yeah.
But, right at launch, leveling was much slower than it was now. They did a change so that you could go through just Lone Lands to level or just North Downs to level. But back then, we had to go back and forth. At least we did, our group. It was myself, Bill, Isani, and Selenia. We had to go back and forth because we just weren't getting enough XP, and then the quests were too hard.
Yeah, and all of the North Downs quests were our group quests.
Oh crap! Oh crap! Oh crap! Oh crap!
Oh no! Oh, really?
Oh, darn it!
Oh no! Really?
That's okay.
Oh, Chris!
That's okay. You all get to see me make a new Beorning now.
Okay. Oh.
Anyways, back onto the show.
Maybe 18 and a half is not good enough. maybe.
No, you know what? I jumped in.
You should have gone left instead of right.
Yeah. Oh, darn it. All right. Anyways.
So you've been making Beorning and leveling, and now you're going to make a new Beorning.
I am.
Okay.
I'm going to log out of Bearzar here.
And delete Bearzar and start over.
Delete Bearzar and make Bearzar. I want Bearzar Sun? Bearzar Sun.
Yeah, Bearzar Sun.
Bye, Bearzar. Anyways, you keep talking, because I got to make my character now.
I will do that. I didn't do anything because, as you heard last week with my extra sultry voice, I pretty much spent the rest of the week laying around like a lump.
That was very sultry.
Yes, it and ended up at the doctors, who told me I had a sinus infection.
Oh, that sucks.
So horse pills of antibiotics later, I'm feeling much better and actually back at work.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
That's very good. Sinus infections are not fun.
No, it was not a pleasant thing. And mostly it was a sore throat that was driving me crazy. And then suddenly I noticed that, oh yes, my head does feel really stuffy.
Yeah. So not much playing. That's too bad.
Not much playing at all, but I will get some playing time in soon.
That's good.
Yeah. So I didn't check Patreon today to see if we have any new patrons.
We do not, but I sure love our patrons. They are my favorite people in the whole wide world. We did add a couple new things, like we talked about before, bi-monthly songs, by myself and Mr. Harry Hall, and also the patron-only podcast. So everyone should go check that out. Yeah. Because it would be really cool.
All right, I have to make a Beorning named Barry Mac. I must make him. All right, I will do that.
Yes, that's a great idea.
That's awesome. Thank you, Mama said.
Yeah.
All right.
And with this one, guys, seriously, this time I'm totally not going to die. At level 18 and a half. Anyways, I'm not bitter about it. All right, let's move things along to the news.
All right, we actually have some pretty amazing news.
Yeah, a busy week.
This week, yeah, as was predicted, the producer's letter came out the day after we recorded.
I told you, this is planned. They know when we record. If we move our recordings to Wednesday night, guess what's going to happen? Producer's letters come out on Thursdays.
Exactly. All right, so we've got some stuff. First of all, there's a new executive producer.
Yeah.
Her name is Athena Viviane Peters. She takes over for Rowan, and we've got a little bit of info about what Rowan's doing down a little. I guess we can do this organically since I'm going to be looking at the thing. He has left LOTRO for a new project, but he didn't tell anybody what it was.
The Turbine Spy Agency.
Yes.
Dum. Yep.
He's making Lord of the Rings Online for tablets.
You know what? He has got a brand new secret compartment in his beard.
Oh yeah.
It is. It holds all the spy equipment that he needs
to do this.
Yeah.
To be the spy master there.
Yeah. Spy master of LOTRO.
Yeah. And Athena Peters was the former DDO franchise director.
Right. It's,
I don't know what that means exactly.
There's a lot of movement with people. going
Yeah,
on.
I've noticed that. I've been noticing this. But I've been noticing there's lots of moving around. I don't know who took over her spot in DDO, but yeah, they've been moving people around quite a bit. And she seems to be pretty LOTRO 2 confirmed. Hey, we have Draculetta!
LOTRO 2 confirmed. I agree. Yeah, totally. Draculetta is absolutely right. LOTRO 2 is confirmed. That's right.
Yeah.
Because there are 2 of them mentioned in this story, LOTRO 2 confirmed.
Yes, exactly. Yeah. 2 names. So we get to see Osgiliath and Minas Tirith. I'm very excited. Yeah.
I am so excited that there's the possibility of a new PvMP map.
Yeah.
Right? And okay, here's the thing. We'll just say unnamed sources here. I've known that they have looked at different iterations of PvMP maps in the past. This is not the first time they've looked at something. This is, however, the first time they've ever announced something.
Yes. Yeah. They said we'll try, we'll look at it, we'll see, we hope, maybe, but they haven't said anything.
They need to find a way to still keep what PvMP is now, and maybe have more traditional objective-based PvMP in Osgiliath, right? You can have different maps that are in there and have your WoW style, your Rift style PvP matches like that, while still keeping the long form that is PvMP map that is right now.
Okay.
What do you think of that? What do you think of that? Do you think that would work, or do you think it's just
I don't know. I actually don't. The only PvP I've ever done in my entire life is when Leonor has dragged me out to the moors.
Yeah. Well, and the thing is, it'd be nice sometimes if you want to do some PvMP to go in and do a couple of matches and not have to commit yourself to, a couple of hours of working on it to get anything accomplished, which is what right now kind of is. You have to really commit your time. And that's what makes it so awesome, is that there's that sharp barrier to entry, that big barrier to entry, which makes it bad for new players, while at the same time making it that much more rewarding for regular players.
Yeah. There was some information on the clarification about the PvMP map. It's going to be a different layer to the map. So you're going to be able to see Osgiliath in PvE mode, and then you'll also be able to have a PvMP version after that.
Cool.
So not on the same release date. So I don't know if that means a different style of PvMP or not. But it's actually, this was either Leonor's idea or my idea or somebody in the chat room's idea to have kind of a different layer so people can get into Osgiliath and see it in PvE and not be required to go into PvMP, but also have a different version of PvMP, which is kind of cool.
And play Amevoset is suggesting that would be, although Osgiliath, I don't believe the Ents fought in Osgiliath, just saying.
No, I don't believe they did either. I think they were pretty much limited to Isengard.
Although I'm sure people who have some issues with the Beorning and the Runekeeper would say, well, they've already changed everything, why not?
What the heck? Just let them change, yes.
Exactly.
And of course, I know do you have a level 100 yet?
I do not. Okay. I do not. I've been focusing on my Beorning for the last little while.
Okay. Well, when you do get your level 100, your new your legendary items will be able to go with you.
That is so exciting. Finally, the idea of, I've got this awesome sword and it will be my sword forever.
Yeah.
Right?
Leonor gave me awesome swords and awesome books as presents.
Awesome.
Like first stagers.
Nice.
Yeah, because he knew this was coming, so we have it all set up, and they are into internal testing, so they're coming. They should be coming with one of the with Osgiliath update.
Yeah, and I think this is such a smart move, especially with how long legendary weapons have been around, how long the game has been around. the passion of the veteran players, of the players who've been around for a while, who many of which have been saying, I want to get this epic weapon that stays with me forever, that is a named weapon, that is, that's going to be my Sting, right?
Yeah, exactly.
And right now, there was Sting 1, and then you got Sting 2, and then, oh, look, upgrade Sting 3, and then Sting 567, and Sting 2534.
Yeah, I don't know about you, but my entire backpack is full of stings and books.
Yeah, right. So
and bridles, stinky bridles too.
Yeah. So I'm really, really excited about that, and I think it's a really great move forward for the game. Just to add some more. How can I never liked the Legendary game, and it was a game. It was a system that you had to play through. And I just never thought that was the strongest aspect of the game. The idea was there, and I think this current implementation will be the closest it will get to what it was meant to be.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. They have confirmed that there will be Fellowship instances in Osgiliath.
That is such a huge, especially with their sort of...
They did no. They didn't confirm there will be raids.
No, I'm not saying that. But the last little while has been very dungeon/instance light.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm not talking about raids. I know. I doubt there will be another raid, but the 3-man, 6-man stuff. That's awesome that's coming back, because that's what I enjoy the most. Other than stomping things with my Beorning to level 18.5. Not 18 and 3. Oh, no, more than 18.
Probably close.
I was 18 and 2/3.
I'd say so. You're pretty close to 19. So we're going to have more roving threats, which means we're riding around on your horsies, and group content in the landscape, which means there's going to be more trolls that look like wagons.
I have to say, I really enjoy the rubber band simulator. It is very accurate as far as physics go.
I don't have that problem, honestly, but I know people that do.
It's not that bad out in the landscape, but it is incredibly horrible in towns. I switch horses to a non mounted combat mount when I get into cities.
I just trot through town, because anything faster than the trot on a warhorse steed through town is just awful.
Yeah, it's just, and that's where most of the rubber banding is, and I can understand that, but it's still fun to make joke of it, make light of it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So they're working on some quality of life stuff. They didn't tell us what quality of life, but quality of life is coming.
We will all get $1 million.
I would love that quality of life. Thank you very much.
Exactly. That will improve my quality of life. I don't know what they're talking about, but that should be what it. I don't know. That's what I think. What would you like to see as a quality of life improvement? What's something that bugs you right now?
One of the things that drove me craziest was that you could not do the quest focuses inside buildings, and they fixed that, so that makes me very, very happy. I'm trying to think. Nothing. It's one of those things that you've lived with stuff so long that until it changes, you don't really realize it was like super bugging you. Like, I don't know. Some of the stables drive me crazy. It's like, why do I have to go to the south end of Bree and not pay me throw coins to the south end of Bree to go to these places, but I have to go to the north end of Bree to go to these other places?
Okay,
or I have to go to 21st Hall to get to, someplace else.
I'm going to say something that is going to make me sound incredibly arrogant, and we've all talked about being armchair programmers in the past. How hard would it be to put an if-then line of code in there that says, if subscribed or if VIP, then don't show ads?
Yeah. I don't think you guys are ever going to get that, but it would be nice.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. Let's see what just for fun, for poops and giggles, let's take a look at what my points balance is. Where's the store? There's the store. There we go. 7,968 points.
Oh.
Yeah. So.
Buy a couple of horses.
You know what? With this Beorning, I'm not spending any money on mounts. Maybe when I hit level 20, I'm not buying mounts. I'm not using I got like an XP token, and I'm not using that. And so it's, I'm trying to do it really, really clean.
Yeah.
And we'll see how it goes.
You're doing the spider quest. Blech, I hate the spider quests. Now here's something I know you're super excited about, because I do believe you liked it in Guild Wars 2, is episodic content.
Yeah, that's exciting. And I wonder how they're going to approach that.
You're going to get to follow Rangers through Middle Earth, Chris.
Those stupid freaking Rangers. They can all curl up in a ball and die for all I care. Sorry, am I bitter?
I'm going to say it right now. I bet it's a Ranger.
You know what I would like to see? I would really, really like to see some characters that maybe we haven't met yet, and just, follow them, adventurers in their journeys, or, in their adventures. And that would be a way to do it. No, I'm sorry. Warrior Poet X, hi, by the way, is saying blame Turbine for that, not the Rangers. I'm sorry, but it's the Rangers as Turbine wrote them that are freaking morons. You're not Aragorn, you stupid son of a Balrog. Yeah, so, anyways, just a little bitter. And Memo said, has said that all the episodic content will be based around Sarah Oakheart.
Oh, good God, no, please, no.
That only works if you haven't gotten through Angmar, right?
Yeah, exactly. I was so angry. By the time I'd followed, I knew you guys were angry at her. I didn't know why you were angry at her. And by the time I'd followed her through that stupid places where she was so slow, and then she kept doing, and then Angmar, and it took me, I am not kidding you, that was the one place that LOTRO has had me nearly crying. I could not find the path to that back tower to go talk to her. It took me hours to find the path to go talk to her.
Yeah.
Hours. And by the time I got there, I'm like, this is bad. Oh, you've got to be kidding me. Yeah. And I was mad at her before that, even, because she doesn't know how to run. No.
Or, let me rephrase that. She knows perfectly well how to run, because she does it when you're not having to protect her. She runs around all the time, and then it's like, oh, we need to get to this place. Doom, doo-doom, doo-doom, doo-doom. Oh, man.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah, anyways, no Sarah Oakheart. We need to plant the Point of Scourge banner that says no Sarah Oakheart.
Okay.
Say no to Sarah Oakheart.
Yes, exactly. Say no to Sarah Oakheart.
Yeah. Anyways, what would you like to see with episodic content? I mean, I've kind of said what I'd like to see. Do you think it'll be Rangers? It's going to be the Rangers. You and I know it's going to be the Rangers.
Because Maid of Lions has made little hints about them seeing what has happened to them in that article we talked about last week. Or, who knows, we could have somebody's third cousin twice removed on their mother's elf side who needs to follow along and get a message to somebody.
You know what? Here's the thing. If we do see the Rangers again, I want it to start with all of them in a classroom, and at the front on the chalkboard, it says in big bold letters, "You are not Aragorn." And they're all sitting there with dunce caps on. That's what I want.
Chris, I cannot wait until you finish the one of the books, because you're gonna I just can't wait. Because the gifts you get for finishing the book is just going to send you into the stratosphere.
Ranger's dunce cap? They need to add that to the game. Ranger's dunce cap.
Not exactly.
That would totally... But come on, I would wear that.
Okay, probably.
Look at me, I'm a stupid ranger. Sorry. Is my bias coming through? My anti-ranger bias?
Just a little bit.
Yeah, well... I'm okay with that.
Yeah. Chris, I hate to tell you, but your favorite server may be, I don't know, shuttled at some point.
I got nothing to worry about. I'm on Brandywine.
This is true.
Seriously, I mean, and you're on Landreval. We're good.
Yeah, we're good. We're
now,
good.
Everybody else may not be so good.
Yeah, yeah. So based on the feedback, they're taking some measures to get people onto the more populous servers. And she actually, down farther, there was another post that said that they're not going to force data merges from one server to another or combine two servers. And when/if players move, they were going to make the choice themselves to do it of the available worlds. However, they will likely close a number of servers, so if you wish to play on your favorite server, you will have to, or if you wish to play your favorite character you haven't played for a while, you will have to transfer that to an actual living server.
Let me get this right. They're not going to make anyone transfer.
Yeah,
they're not going to force. But if you don't, guess what? Your character's dead.
Yeah, you're gonna. Yeah, they said they will likely close a number of servers to play, but after a large grace period and all kinds of notice, and then you will be able to move you will be able to move that character from your favorite server to Brandywine indefinitely.
And if you don't move your character, Turbine will move it to the Undying Lands for you.
Yeah, and you can move it later. Yeah, but yep.
No, can you move it later afterwards? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, I totally didn't get that. I thought well, we're going to close this server, so,
No,
goodbye.
So if you come back after a few months and you would wish to move your and it's closed and you wish to move your Barazar from wherever to wherever, you may do that indefinitely. It will still be there to be moved.
I guess I should put on some of this better gear that I've got.
Yeah, and that might not hurt, Chris. And they still will not be able to do EU-US transfers. No matter what they're doing, they cannot do those.
And didn't they say that they're looking at moving actual physical servers back to the EU?
Yes, they are moving the actual physical servers back to EU. Yes.
Right. I mean, go ahead.
That's was one thing in the producer's letter that they were actually moving, and there was some. So they're moving the physical servers to Amsterdam.
So Harry can go visit.
Harry can go visit the physical servers and give them... I don't think Bob's going to Amsterdam. Bob may go to Amsterdam. I think Bob's going to stay in Boston. But
I think Bob's accidentally going to go to Amsterdam.
So the service is going to remain in the hands of Turbine, so all of the downtime updates, everything. But it's going to be better location and newer hardware. So they're hoping for better performance, but so Codemasters is not taking this back over by any means. So that dream is done. It's Turbine's got it, but they're just physically moving them back over to.
Well, that'll help with ping.
Yeah. And actually, it was very interesting. I have played Final Fantasy XIV, which is all out of Japan,
right? And
I didn't notice that much of a problem. The only time we had problems was when the entire server farm was shut down because they had an earthquake.
Well, but here's the thing. You have never known any different. The people who had the servers in the EU before played like that, and then it got switched, so they noticed the difference. You have always been playing Final Fantasy in that way. There has never been anything different for you, so of course it just seems like what it is.
Yeah, correct.
So, yeah. Oh, and they're moving the U.S., according to Draculetta, moving U.S. servers to a central location. Oh. So are they all over the place now? They've got different server farms and different... I thought they were all in Boston.
Yeah, I thought they were all in Boston. Maybe they meant central to the U.S. I don't know. That would be... There's a town in Kansas where lots of Google servers are. Maybe they're moving them there.
You know what? They need to... have a server farm in somewhere like Colorado, and then in the winter they can just heat the whole town with the heat from the server farm.
Yeah.
You don't want to put it somewhere warm because then you have to cool it in the winter.
Colorado gets... Yeah, this is true. This is true.
Right.
I know Albuquerque has a lot of servers in Phoenix area too.
Yeah.
What's that?
Everything is dying, Cari.
Awesome! Yay! They're blue. Go find something
Level
else.
6. No, I gotta finish the quest. Quest is the way to get your XP, Cari. Don't you understand? I'm not grinding.
Yes.
Gotta get my quests. Gotta get my quest on.
Okay, so you're not following Lanner's grinding leveling guide,
Absolutely not. No. It works for him, but that's just not my way of... I need that quest leading me forward. And plus, when I kind of just did the story quests before, I ended up in Lone Lands at too low of a level, and then I died at level 18 3/4 or 2/3 or whatever. Not that I'm bitter about that.
No, not sure. A friend list said they're moving to a location more central to the U.S. with more consistent internet connectivity to both coasts.
There you go.
St. Louis, Kansas City, could be Wichita because I think they have Google Fiber.
I want Google Fiber here. Can we make that happen, please?
I want Google Fiber here, and
okay, here's the crazy thing. There's a new, our telephone company is offering fiber around here, but they're not doing it asynchronous. And it's not very fast. It was only, 120 down, it was 100 down and 20 up. What's the point? Right? Yeah, for fiber? Fiber is supposed to be one thing, fiber can do asynchronous if the back end can handle it, right? Mm-hmm. So yeah, anyways. Very, very sad about that. The best plan I can get is 100 down and 5 up. Oh. Like the 5 up is my problem. Anyways, we are not ISP reporter, we are LOTRO reporter. Let's get back to that because I'm totally pulling us on a tangent. Yeah.
So after the post in the forums, the Vivienne was very active for the last few days, clarifying some things about what was with questions and stuff. So it touched on most of those. One thing that they did say for those music lovers of us, that they are currently have the sound engineers looking into the issues with the newer version of the music system that they pulled out. And that they hope that they can have it fixed by the next update.
So, and again, I wasn't deep into LOTRO at the time. What were they hoping to get out of the new music system?
Okay, so the new music system, I'm not a music person, so they're gonna smack me over that. I like to play the ABC files and enjoy the concerts. I'm not one of those that writes them, but they were supposed to have a better range of, some of the instruments were to have a better range of notes. And what actually happened was, some of them, from what I understand, that when it got implemented, some of them were like way too loud or way too soft,
right?
Or actually were actually off key. So instead of, I guess, trying to cobble together and leave it as it was, they just jerked the whole new system back out.
Yeah,
and hopefully putting it back in.
I think, that's the best thing to do. But I remember that disrupting a few concerts for a little bit.
Yeah. We've had a few things. We had to move Weatherstock back a month.
Yeah.
Last year or year before last, because there was the bug where you couldn't actually hear the music sometimes.
Yeah, it was last year. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's too bad.
Yeah. And I know, Chris, that you are so sad, but they did confirm what I probably already knew, that the chance of the lotteries coming back are about the chance of you winning the U.S. Powerball lottery.
Well, considering the fact that I'm not a U.S. citizen, I would have to agree with you.
Yeah.
And you know what? I enjoyed the lotteries. I did not ever feel that they were a huge draw for me. They were a complete and utter bonus. So I'm totally okay with them spending resources on the game rather than this peripheral. So that's just me. It's nice to get those bonuses of getting that rare mount or a whole bunch of resources for this or turbine points or whatever. Mm-hmm. But it's a bonus. Like, what have you heard in the community about them, like the people who really want it back?
I haven't heard a whole lot, because I think it was like, well, what was it? Some of the servers went down in flames before Sapiens left, and he's like, lotteries are down, and I'm asking, and suddenly he wasn't asking anymore. He wasn't telling anybody he was asking anymore, and I knew this was his baby, and he was pushing it.
Yeah.
And once he left, I didn't figure that there was even a remote possibility they were coming back.
Right.
And Freylon just pretty much confirmed that they would have to build the system from scratch, and they're not going to put their resources in doing that.
And it's funny because it worked for so long. My.Lotro hasn't, like, the back end of that stuff, the site hasn't changed that much, has it? Have I totally missed something?
My.Lotro. Not
My.Lotro, the Lotro site from when they had the lotteries, right?
From when they had the yeah, they changed them when the new form system went in. All of that changed.
Oh, okay.
So and then they were testing. If I recall correctly, they were testing a few lotteries, and then they had like a complete and utter meltdown of like some of the login servers or something. Yeah. And at that point in time, it's like, this is gone, and I don't know if it's coming back.
So sad.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't think I'm supposed to be able to go through this area just killing everything.
Well,
easily.
It is white to you.
It is now, yeah. Yeah, but I don't think this point in the quest chain I'm supposed to be... I don't know, maybe I'm just that awesome.
You are pretty awesome, Bear Man, you are.
There's some bear butt for everybody.
Yeah, that's one of the things I had a problem with the Beorning is, it's bear butt. It gets in the way of everything,
and it's anatomically incorrect bear butt. To be honest,
yeah,
it's missing parts. Right?
Mm-hmm. Yep. Family
podcast.
Well, not family podcast. Family game.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Yeah. So they are planning on trying to improve the transfer system so that you can take your account-wide stuff with you, which of course they're going to have to do if they're going to be shuttling servers at one time. Yep, because they can't. You leave all your pretty mithril coins on that server that died.
Mithril.
Did you? Oh, I almost said, I have to tell you, I almost yelled at the Hobbit movie because they said mithril. They said mithril instead of mithril.
But you know what? that is consistent throughout, within its own mythology and within its own little world of Peter Jackson's Lord of the Rings. They are at least consistent with that.
Yes, it was very consistent with that, but I have been well trained on how to say it. Well, Chris, once you do get your character to level 100, that's where it's going to stay. They said that the level cap increases were not in the cards for this year.
And you know what? I bet you there are a whole bunch of players who are incredibly happy with that.
Yeah.
And I don't know. Are you the type who likes level cap increases, or are you the type who likes to stay at a level for a while? You don't like having to gain all those levels and get new gear and all that sort of stuff. Like, where do you sit on that whole argument?
I don't pay too much attention to gear.
No?
Honestly, if I get something that's better, great. I like watching the little blue bar go up, and I like watching the little tree of life poof when you level, but I'm going to do the same stuff anyway. I mean, it doesn't change how I play, whether I'm at level cap or not.
Yeah, and we always hear every expansion or every time there's a level cap increase that there's I won't even say percentage, there's a portion of the population who is not interested in having another level cap increase, because then they've got to increase their character's level. They've got to go through do all the stuff that whatever. I guess they don't like it. And I just don't understand it, because to me, that's a large part of the game. I like being a level cap. That's fun as well, but it's more like Warrior Prodex is saying in the chat room. It's more content. I like leveling through, getting more skills, doing whatever. So, anyways, that's my thoughts on that.
Yeah.
So I'm okay either way. I don't feel like we need it, but I don't mind it every once in a while, getting a few extra levels.
Yeah, and I've got lots of content I haven't done yet at level cap, like lots of content that I haven't done yet. So I will be happy to just wander about. I wish I wouldn't get some of the stuff. I mean, it's like, really, I need to, they keep giving me the same really, really cool hat, but in different colors with slightly different stats.
Huh.
But I really, really, really like the hat. It's like a hood cover. It's really cool.
Yeah.
But yeah. Let's see what else. Minas Tirith is not going to be expansion. It's going to be another large regional update, and it is slated for the second half of the year.
Nice. I hope they put a lot of it. You know what? I hope they build a really badass skirmish in Minas Tirith, because I could just see, because it would be the doors, the levels, right? There would be seven waves or whatever, and you have to defend and continually retreat, but then you have to win the last one, right? Because that's how things went. And that would be really cool. I think that could be a great skirmish. And I think that would be better in... I was thinking about this the other day when they were talking about Osgiliath. I think that would be better in skirmish form than in instance form.
Really?
I do, because the skirmishes tend to, number one, be a little bit more... how can I word it? I guess grindy. And I really feel like that whole experience should just be a grind to survive.
So kind of like Trouble in Tuckborough, where you had to unlock a gate. Yeah,
except backwards, right? You're keep on getting attacked. You have to survive for a certain amount of time for all the civilians to get to a safe spot. But then in the end, you're going to be overwhelmed. Okay, you have to go to the next level.
Yeah, interesting. Yeah, I figured that was going to definitely be like an instance cluster.
Yeah, you could do both, though, right? Yeah. You could have a skirmish that is sort of the experience of they've taken over the gates. You could have a big battle being defending the gates, right? You could have all sorts of things.
Yeah.
So.
Now I have a question. Everybody talks about itemization and how it's to improve it. What is itemization?
Gear.
Oh, okay.
Yep. Itemization is gear, right?
Okay,
it's
so it's
gearing out your character.
Okay.
Items, yeah.
Okay, I see.
Yeah.
Well, then they shouldn't give me the same hat with two different colors. I want different stuff.
Correct. If they fix that, that would be an improvement to itemization.
Yes.
Yeah.
And then they kind of gave us a hint of the release schedule. They said they're looking at 2 major region releases for the year. So it's going to be Osgiliath in the spring, which I'm going to guess March, because that's usually when they do it, and Minas Tirith in the fall, which would probably be October, which that's when they do it.
That would be exciting.
And then smaller updates in the middle.
I guess I should look at what these new skills were that I got.
Yeah, that might not hurt. Somebody suggested you go blue line, too.
I did go blue line.
Longer. Okay.
I'm going to go there. That's going to go up here. What's that?
Let's see. The only other news that I found worthy was the 15.1.2 hotfix went in. So it fixed that exploit about Superman or Might or whatever it was. And then they put level restriction in on the following reputation items, and they listed like every item in the game.
Oh, can you imagine the coder who had to go through and change that little line in the database for every single item?
Well, what I heard was they put it in with one of the patches, and what it said was right before Christmas, and somebody was explaining, because I didn't see it myself, what it said was instead of saying minimum level of, they didn't quite get the coding right, so it didn't do what they wanted to do. So then they're like, well, we pulled it back out because we didn't have to actually bring the servers down to do that, or was what Freeland said. Yeah, so all of my Moria stuff that I should have put on a character because I've got all these lamps and stuff, I can't use now.
Aww. So sad.
And the whole point is to keep people from getting a hold of rep items before they were supposed to get the rep items at those levels. But now for crafters, I mean, I can understand, you just locked out my, crafter from making me my level 100 gear.
Right.
I get it. But
what would be another workaround to that, though, without doing that? Just let people have the reputation gear at whatever level? Or not gear, but the items?
Yeah, I don't know. I'm not quite sure. The only thing I can think of for rep items, I guess, horsey. I mean, you could have gotten the horse at a low level. How you get there to get the horse, I don't know. But, you've got the rep horses. You've got, mostly I would think it was like the crafted stuff was the problem. But I really don't understand, because they had to know that people had armies of alts.
Yeah.
Ooh, look, bear butt.
Gotta love your bear butt. Yeah, you know what? I just was thinking back to when I died at level 18 and
3/4?
18 and 2/3. Yeah. That I died, and so did the guy I was fighting. We died at the same time.
Oh, that
kind of makes it worse, doesn't it?
That makes it much worse, yes.
Yeah, so if I had only had a couple health points more.
Yeah.
Should have gone to bear form. Anyway, not that I'm bitter about that.
No, you'll get there.
I mean, this has actually been a crazy fast leveling here today, and I'm not using any enhancements, and I'm level 8 already. So
yeah, that's pretty quick.
Right.
Level 8. Yeah, you just hit 8, didn't you? That's what it said.
I just did. Yes.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
All right, and that's pretty much our news for the week.
All right, let's move things along.
We actually have a small did you know. You were having a problem with your battle sounds going away after about 5 minutes, right?
I totally was. And it's been bugging me for weeks. Weeks and weeks. And I couldn't figure out a problem. And then Amaboset saved the day.
Yes, he suggested that you switch your sound playback source to a generic software on your speakers, and it should restore the combat sounds.
And let's hold on. Let me not die here. Let's check to see if it did that. Here we go. Testing. Wait. I gotta go into the game. Don't let me die. Let's make sure that it brought that back up. Here comes the sound. Volume going up. And I've got combat sounds, and I've been playing for an hour.
Awesome.
Yay, combat sounds. Woohoo. I'm just going to kill it before I turn it back down again. Yeah.
Okay.
Because the whole dying thing.
Yeah, let's not do that. Yeah, because if we make you start over twice again tonight, you probably won't come on the show next week.
There would be some more censor bleeps.
Yeah. Lots of censor bleeps.
A lot.
All right.
Yeah.
And that was this week's Did You Know? So when you're done killing things, you can... All right, in community, just a reminder, Winterstock 2 is this weekend. The last ad I saw said they had 35 bands over 3 days.
Nice. That is absolutely crazy.
Yeah, so I think if you would like to listen to music, show up on Landreval anytime this weekend and go outside of Thorns Hall. I believe they do it by that frozen lake right there.
Okay, yeah.
Between Thorns and the mines, that starter area, and they perform there for basically 3 days solid.
That is awesome.
Yeah, we got no letters this week.
Nobody loves us?
No, Kevin hasn't sent us any letters in a long time.
Yeah, we got a letter from Steve, but we're throwing that one out.
Okay, that was full of profanity and rude suggestions.
Steve, I tried firing Steve, but he showed up again. I fired him on our best of show. Not our best of, our prediction show. You know what his best game of 2014 was?
Hello Kitty Online?
Final Fantasy 14. Yeah, he said he likes chocobos.
I like chocobos. Yeah. I like chocobos too.
Yeah, well. Anyway, so Yeah.
Moving along, I'm going to talk about our sponsors. And our first sponsor is GoDaddy. So put your website to work while you play and level your Beorning. So if you are interested in blogging or podcasting, all kinds of stuff like that, if you use the coupon code GoDaddy 30%, use a coupon code MMO30, you will get 30% off of anything that's in your cart, and they have all kinds of services that are available for you. And you can get started doing what you love, and what you're interested in. And of course, Steve can have his I Like Chocobos website that way. And if you just want to get the .com so you can reserve that crazy great idea for a web name, domain name that you have, like Awesome Possum, which is already taken.
Or ilikebarbutts.com. Yeah,
that one's probably taken, but I don't want to look.
Rule 34. If you don't know what Rule 34 is, that's what Google's for. Because I'm not explaining it.
You can use MMO149 and get a .com name for $1.49. The Cari Mac is taken. I just don't have it. .com is taken. I just don't have anything online yet.
MFOset says, I like bare butts and I cannot lie. Oh yeah, the Beornings can't deny. We need more of that. More MFOset.
Bragg reserved. I don't know what I know.
I like bare butts. He reserved I like bare butts.
Oh, okay.
Except now I can't say it without saying I like bare butts.
Oh, Lord.
But I wonder if he got BEAR or BARE, because I'm pretty sure BARE would already be taken.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure, yes.
Rule 34.
Yep. Also, if you're looking for a new PC, then check out doghousesystems.com. And when you do decide to purchase their great, awesome, amazing computers, use the coupon code MMOReporter to double your RAM. And then the other sponsor we have is Audible. They are a great service to listening to to audiobooks if you have a commute. They make a great listening. If you are one of those people, I believe SIP had an article out about do you multitask while playing MMOs?
Yes. Yeah.
And one of the things I have done is listens to audiobooks while playing MMOs.
Awesome.
Yeah, and so for your 1 month. For your 1 month subscription, you get 1 credit, and you can get crazy long books like, I think the Song of Ice and Fire, I think we found out was something like 29 or 34 hours.
For one credit.
For 1 credit. Yep.
Wow. They used to do it where big books would take 2 credits, but now all the books are 1, huh?
Mm-hmm.
That's great.
All the books are 1. They have all kinds of books. We discovered that they have the For Dummies books. In audio form, yeah. I wouldn't have thought so, but yeah, there are For Dummies books in audio form. We're going to send it to you.
Just no one can figure out how to play them without the For Dummies book.
Right. Audible For Dummies.
Yeah.
But so go to audibletrial.com/MMOReporter and you'll get you 1 month free. Of course, we have our Patreon campaign, and we do so love our patrons.
We do.
And you can go to patreon.com/MMOReporter and we may be getting subscriber-only podcasts. We're getting songs for sure.
Well, we're not there yet. $22 away.
Oh, okay. $20 away from our first song.
Yeah, well, I'm going to release the one song, but we'll do it regularly if we hit $100.
Okay.
Yeah. It's exciting. Yeah, it'll be fun. It'll be fun.
So if you would like to contact us, you can email us at lotro.reporter@gmail.com. You can follow us on Twitter @LOTROReporter. Check us out on Facebook. Search for LOTRO Reporter. You can also leave us a voicemail at 616-666-6778 or use the widget on the right-hand side of the screen when you visit the site, which is LOTROReporter.com. If you do leave us a voicemail, be sure to tell us which one you're leaving it for. Heavy breathing doesn't. If you just heavy breathe and don't tell us which show gets the heavy breathing.
I told Leonor to stop that. I really did.
And Steve,
Well,
Between
Steve.
Leonor and Steve, it's kind of hard. You need to tell us this heavy breathings for LOTRO reporter, or Guild Wars reporter.
Right.
Yeah. You can also check us out on youtube.com/user/MMO Reporter Network. We are working to get more videos up of fun stuff that we are trying out.
Yes, we are.
Yeah, and be sure to follow us at twitch.tv/MMO Reporter because we are streaming more stuff. Chris has been streaming lots of Dragon Age multiplayer.
Listen to the latest MMO Reporter. Harry and I talk about my addiction. He asked me one very, very important question, Cari.
What was
Chris, have you finished the single player yet? No. And you're playing the multiplayer? Yes. Which is the add-on thing? Yes.
Yeah.
It's really good.
Well, I haven't tried it yet. I have the Dragon Age for PS3.
It's really good.
Yeah, I've hardly moved the story along in this. This is Dragon Age. You can spend 150 hours and barely.
I will give you a huge hint right now. The first storyline that you hit, the first really big storyline that you're in, finish that. Just follow that without doing anything else, and then you will get a chance to go back and finish all the zones.
Yeah, I'm out of that part. I've got my castle. I've got my breathtaking castle.
Okay. I was worried that you were still stuck in
No.
What's it called? The first zone, because a lot of people are.
No, I actually finished that zone, except I can't kill that dragon. So I'm off to the other really rainy zones and the muddy zone and the zombie zone, and I'm off on there.
Ding 9.
Mm-hmm. So you can follow me on Twitter at the Cari Mac. It's TheCariMac. Follow Leonor at Leonor, LAYANOR. And Chris, how can I follow you?
At Almazar, ALMAZAR, or at MMO_reporter.
Mm-hmm. And sometimes he hijacks the LOTRO reporter Twitter too, but he usually tells you who he is.
I do. Sometimes I just sneak in there because it's fun.
Yeah,
and I'll say something like Leonor smells or something.
Yeah, I won't let Leonor have the LOTRO report.
Oh gosh. Can you imagine? It would just be pictures of pants on the floor. Who needs these darn things?
Or socks. He was missing socks for a while last year.
Yeah.
I think Emma sound the sock. Anyway, thank you all so much for joining us for episode 263. We're so glad you downloaded and listened. And as always, we hope to see you in game with the Undying title.
I blame Mavosette for me dying.
Okay.
Oh, I should put out the outro, right?
Yeah.
Thanks for watching the video, everybody. Don't forget to check out all the other podcasts at MMOreporter.com or by clicking on any of the links here. And please check out our Patreon campaign at patreon.com/MMOreporter. Thanks, everyone, and see you in game.